Hello everyone, this is Dr. Pooja Sharma from Faculty of Business Administration, JLS University. Today we are going to study the subject Managing People, in which we are going to talk about Unit 1, Introduction to Human Resource Management. Since it's going to be Unit 1 and it is going to be introductory part, तो मैं अपना सेशन एक छोटे सी स्टोरी से स्टार्ट करना चाहूँगी, a small story which you will enjoy first. Second, I am going to ask certain questions to you. ये स्टोरी एक कंपनी की है और इस स्टोरी के अंदर हमें तीन मेन कैरेक्टर्स जो है वो देखने को मिलेंगे. यहाँ पे मिस्टर भट्ट जो है वो ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजर हैं. देन मिस्टर पिल्लई जो है वो सीईओ है एंड मिस्टर परिमल जो है वो अकाउंटिंग ऑफिसर है कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट में. So now story starts. मिस्टर भट्ट जो कि ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजर है वो सीईओ को अप्रोच करते हैं. वो उनके ध्यान में लेके आते हैं ये चीज कि मिस्टर पिल्लई अकाउंटिंग ऑफिसर इन कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट लास्ट 1 मंथ से अपनी सर्विसेज जो है वो डिपार्टमेंट को नहीं दे पा रहे हैं. सो अब एक लीगल नोटिस उनके पास भेजने का टाइम आ गया है. सीईओ बहुत ही सरप्राइजिंग व्यू जो है वो उनको देते हैं और उनसे पूछते हैं कि इफ पर्सन इज नॉट कमिंग फ्रॉम लास्ट 1 मंथ, नोटिस भेजने की जगह आप उनके घर जाइए और पता करिए कि क्यों वो पर्सन ऑफिस नहीं आ पा रहा है. इमीडिएटली मिस्टर भट्ट जो है वो उनके घर की तरफ जाते हैं एंड द डेट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर इंसिडेंट इज 30th मार्च. जैसे ही वो उनके घर पहुंचते हैं तो उन्हें पता लगता है कि जो मिस्टर परिमल है और उनकी वाइफ को एक मेजर सर्जरी के लिए जाना पड़ा. तो वो फाइनली उनसे दोपहर में 3 बजे हॉस्पिटल में कांटेक्ट कर पाते हैं. वहां उन्हें ये पता लगता है कि मिस्टर परिमल की वाइफ जो है वो बहुत बीमार है और उन्हें एक सर्जरी करवानी है और उस सर्जरी का कॉस्टिंग जो है वो करीबन 1 लाख रुपए आने वाला है. द कॉस्टिंग इज गोइंग टू बी अराउंड 1 लाख रुपीज. सारा का सारा इंफॉर्मेशन वो सीईओ तक पहुंचाते हैं कि इस तरह से उनकी वाइफ की तबीयत बहुत खराब है एंड ही इज स्ट्रगलिंग विद सर्टेन फाइनेंशियल इश्यूज. उसी वक्त सीईओ ये डिसीजन लेते हैं कि आप हॉस्पिटल में इन्फॉर्म कर दो कि कल सुबह तक हॉस्पिटल के अंदर 1 लाख रुपीस जो है वो डिपॉजिट कर दिए जाएंगे. उसके साथ साथ में मतलब अलॉन्ग विद दोज 1 लाख रुपीस 10,000 रुपीज एडिशनल अमाउंट जो है वो इंसिडेंटल एक्सपेंसेस के लिए कंपनी की तरफ से मिस्टर परिमल को प्रोवाइड किए जाते हैं. 31 मार्च को पूरा अमाउंट डिपॉजिट हो जाता है हॉस्पिटल के अंदर और सर्जरी जो है वो अच्छे से हो जाती है. इन नो टाइम पूरा का पूरा जो किस्सा है, पूरा का पूरा जो ये एनेक्डोटल है वो पूरी कंपनी के अंदर पता लग जाता है. अब जब इस तरह का इंसिडेंट हुआ होता है तो एम्प्लॉइज का मोरल जो है वो ना सिर्फ बूस्ट होता है बल्कि एम्प्लॉइज अपने आप को उस प्लेस के ऊपर सिक्योर भी फील करते हैं, है ना. और जो एफिशिएंसी होती है वो 100% से बढ़ जाती है. जैसा कि मैंने आपसे बोला था कि स्टोरी के लास्ट में मैं आप लोगों से कुछ क्वेश्चंस करूंगी, ठीक है. तो मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन आप लोगों से ये है कि मिस्टर भट्ट का जो अप्रोच था कि उन्होंने सीईओ को बोला कि हम लीगल नोटिस जो है वो दे देते हैं, क्यों किया उन्होंने ऐसा? फर्स्ट थिंग. सेकेंड थिंग, जो इंसिडेंट हुआ, जो 1,10,000 रुपए की ग्रांट दी गई, 1,10,000 रुपीज बीन ग्रांटेड टू मिस्टर पिल्लई, उसके कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस जो है वो क्या रहेंगे अकॉर्डिंग टू यू? नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग विच आई वांट टू आस्क, डू यू एग्री with this type of human approach one company should follow? All these 3 questions to you, but इन तीनों questions के answers जो हैं वो हम सेशन के एंड में डिस्कस करेंगे. तब तक आपको टॉपिक का इंसाइट भी मिल जाएगा और यहाँ से आपको ये आइडिया लग गया होगा कि हम किस टाइप का स्टडी जो है वो करने वाले हैं. So let us begin with managing people, introduction to human resource management. Before proceeding towards any type of definition, meaning, or any type of orientation of the concept, I would like to tell you certain things. First thing, we are going to talk about human resource management. So there are two terms. One is human resource, the another one, that is the management, right? What is human resource according to you? Some might be thinking human being, some might be thinking employees, some might be thinking, oh, it's related to employer-employment relationship. Some might be thinking it is a functional area of the management. Some might be thinking area of specialization, जहाँ पे हम हमारे मास्टर्स जो है वो परस्यू कर सकते हैं, राइट हमारा मास्टर डिग्री जो है उसे परस्यू कर सकते हैं. सो दीज पॉइंट्स माइट बी कमिंग इन योर माइंड, राइट? You can be absolutely right at your place, right? But I would like to explain you this concept with two terms. One, that is human resource. Second is, it is management. Again, in academia, human resource is being explained in two ways. One is human resource, the another one human resources, right? So when we are talking about human resource, so it is being considered as a factor of production. That means what? The way management uses or utilizes their other resources like plant, capital, machinery and technology, they can utilize and they can make most out of the human being, right? And when human being is coming at workplace, they are not only bringing their experience, skills, knowledge and abilities, they are bringing their own leadership style, their own working style, their own personal feeling, background, their personality factors and so on. They carry their hard skill in terms of their certificates, in terms of their technical skills, but they do bring their soft skill to the organization. So in macro aspect, everything will be covered, which is included as a human resource, be it employee, be it employer, be it an unskilled person or a skilled person or even an unemployed person. But when we are talking about a human resource, that means we are typically talking about an employee who is employed at certain place. Yes, attitude, inclination, values, all things will be included here. That is why the scope of human resources becomes so vast. Next thing, next concept that talks about the management. So when we are talking about the term management, so all of you would say, ma'am, getting the things done from others. That's absolutely right. But can you tell me, is it the only scope of management? Is it the only scope of management just to get the things done from others? When we think about a manager or when we think about managing the resources, be it human resource or be it any another resource, how it actually goes? People plan, a manager plan for it. They try to organize the resources, they try to employ them at the particular place so the skills can be utilized, the abilities can be utilized. They try not only to appoint but they try to coordinate and control physical, financial and human resource of the organization, including the personal goals as well as the organizational goals. So the scope of management has become so vast, and along with getting the things done from others. So that is why it's a long-term perspective, not a short-term perspective. And when we are talking about human resource management, it is simply about employing people, developing them, deploying them, utilizing, maintaining and compensating them for their service in tune with the job and organizational requirements. So human resource, human resources, management and human resource management. So that is why it's clearly written on your screen that organizations are not mere brick, mortar and machineries. If technology is there, we need human intelligence to run the technology. It involves application of management functions as well as principles. It's a very essential thing to understand. We need to manage human resource, and for that all the principles of management will be followed. Then decisions relating to employees must be integrated, and how it will be integrated we are going to discuss in the next coming slides. Decision made must influence the effectiveness of the organization. Yes, definitely they are the core part of the organization. Without a human being, none of the organization can work. So the decisional role has increased nowadays. So here we can say, in a formal definition, a series of integrated decisions that form the employment relationship. Their quality contributes to the ability of organizations and the employees to achieve their goal. Now again question arises, how their goal, how this achievement of their goal is coming in the picture, ma'am? So this will be also explained when we will be talking about the objectives of human resource management, right? As I've already mentioned, that management is about planning, organizing, directing, controlling and coordinating. Yes, human resource is planning, organizing, directing, controlling of what? Of human beings, procurement, development, compensation, integration, maintenance and separation, right? And to the end that individual, organizational and societal objectives can be accomplished. So this was about the conceptual work. I hope I have made sense to you people, where we have talked about human resource, where we have talked about the management, various management functions in regarding that we were actually discussing, that planning is, organizing is there, then staffing is there, then coordinating is there, directing is there, and for that what the subject is the human being, right? So when your subject is human being, your constant approach cannot work. Now again question arises, how the constant approach is not going to work, ma'am? How will it work? In a family, if there are two kids, right? So what happens? दोनों बच्चों को हैंडल करने का पेरेंट्स का अप्रोच जो है वो अलग अलग तरीके का होता है. सो एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जहां पे अलग अलग बैकग्राउंड से लोग आ रहे हैं, अलग अलग वैल्यू सिस्टम से लोग आ रहे हैं, और ग्लोबलाइजेशन, लिबरलाइजेशन और प्राइवेटाइजेशन होने के बाद स्कोप और भी ज्यादा बढ़ गया है ना. नाउ पीपल आर नॉट कमिंग टू द नॉर्दर्न रीजन ऑफ इंडिया और सदर्न रीजन ऑफ इंडिया और ईस्ट और वेस्ट, they are coming from across the globe, right? And in today's era when everyone is virtually connected, so more challenges are there when we are dealing with human resource, because it's very clear to you, everyone is having different type of experience, everyone is having their own types of goals, they are having their set of goals, their career goals, whether the organization will help them to develop or not, their own attitudinal issues. Some people are very satisfied by their nature, right? It is being assigned, they will work. Some people always looking for the opportunity of a challenging assignment, of a creative assignment where they can make themselves grow. Few people are very much concerned about the security, right? They looking for a kind of assignment where their job is secured. There is suppose nothing to be happen with their task, with their responsibilities and with their image. So when we are having these many categories of people, it becomes a very challenging thing to the management, that they need to get the things done from the people, right? They need to harmonize with them. They need to attend their conflict. They need to resolve their conflict, and parallelly they need to provide them such kind of direction so that organizational goals can be achieved, right? So let us now begin with objectives of human resource management, right? So when we are talking about objectives of human resource management, first thing, why to study about objectives of human resource management? Ma'am, you have started with the story, now you are making it very theoretical. So dear students, important thing in the academia is learning the concept. So when you will be understanding the objectives of HRM, you are going to get more insight and you will feel more involved yourself with the subject, right? So here, the primary objectives of human resource management is to ensure the availability of competent and willing workforce for an organization, and beyond this, there are other objectives too, specifically fourfold: societal, organizational, functional, as well as the personal. Let's proceed. Now, first thing comes, it's about the personal objective. So, now my question to you, क्या किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को एक एम्प्लॉई के पर्सनल गोल्स के बारे में सोचना चाहिए? क्या ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है? ये एक इंस्टीट्यूशन की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है कि वो अपने पर्सनल गोल्स जो है या पर्सनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स जो है उन्हें फुलफिल कर पा रहा है या नहीं? So, to assist employees in achieving their personal goal, at least in so far as these goals enhance the individual's contribution to the organization. That is why the achievement of personal objective is important. Personal objectives are very important in this case, because to maintain them, to retain them, and to keep motivated them, right? Now again, how it happens and why is it important? So let me explain you. When we are talking about personal objective, so if I am taking your personal interview, so one of my common question will be, where do you see yourself 5 years down the line after completing your post graduation, or you are in your first job, and then this is a very probable question to be asked कि आप अपने आप को आज से 5 साल के बाद में कहाँ देखते हो? Your answer can be anything on the basis of your personal objective. Many of you might give the answer, ma'am, I want to see myself in the middle level management position. Many of you might say, ma'am, I want to lead a team, because at initial level मैं एक टीम मेंबर की तरह काम करूंगा, लेकिन बाद में मैं एक टीम को लीड करना चाहूंगा, right? After 5 years, there few of you might be thinking, in 5 years मेरा पैकेज जो है वो 1.5 या 2.5 टाइम्स फोल्ड जो है वो हो जाना चाहिए. सो हमारे पर्सनल गोल्स इस तरीके के होते हैं. तो हम जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ में एसोसिएटेड है, will it going to help us to grow? Question mark, right? That is why it is one of the important objectives of human resource management. Reason is, हमें सिर्फ एम्प्लॉयज को ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर लेके ही नहीं आना होता. मीन्स इट इज नॉट लिमिटेड टिल द रिक्रूटमेंट ऑफ अ पर्सन और ब्रिंगिंग अ टैलेंट इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. इट इज अबाउट developing them, it is about maintaining them, it is about retaining them and keep them motivated, right? That is why the personal objective, and how these personal objectives will be achieved, when personal objective will be aligned with the organizational objective, and that is why the common goal principle come in the picture, है ना? क्योंकि हेनरी फ्योल के जो प्रिंसिपल्स है उसमें एक प्रिंसिपल कॉमन गोल्स का भी है, और जब कॉमन गोल्स की बात होती है तो उसमें क्या होता है, पर्सनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के साथ में अलाइन करने की कोशिश की जाती है. Then comes the functional objective. So now we are going to talk about the functional objectives, and it is a department. What is the department? Human resource management is a department. So the department related functions will be performed by human resource management only, right? ह्यूमन बीइंग एंड ह्यूमन रिसोर्स आर एवरीवेयर। इन दी मतलब कहने का मतलब ये है कि पियून से लेकर के चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर तक ऑल आर ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज, all are human resources because they are employed with us. But to recruit them, to select them, formulation of human resource policy, induction program, conducting a training program, arranging the campus placements, arranging the various types of interview session, employee welfare management, policy, entitlement related actions, all these functions will be performed by the human resource management department. That is why the functional objectives are existing, and it is to maintain the contribution of department at appropriate level organization that should fulfill the needs. आपकी घर में या आप जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से एसोसिएटेड हैं उसकी हेल्थ से रिलेटेड, उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आपको हेल्थ से रिलेटेड पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता करना है. सो ऑब्वियसली योर कॉल इज गोइंग टू बी टू दी human resource manager or the human resource department, right? Any type of unrest is going on there in a manufacturing unit. So to whom to be approached? HR. What can be done from a policy perspective? What can we do from a law perspective? Relate the story here. Mr. भट्ट ने क्यों सीईओ को बोला कि हमें नोटिस जो है वो भेजना पड़ेगा? Because being a human resource manager, he was performing his duty. क्योंकि क्लॉज में लिखा है अगर कोई भी पर्सन बिना इन्फॉर्म किए इतने समय तक, इतने टाइम तक ऑफिस प्रेमाइसेस में नहीं आता है तो एक लीगल नोटिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की तरफ से जाना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो किसी के भी दिमाग में ये चीज आई हो कि मिस्टर भट्ट वाज अ वेरी वेरी shrewd person or very cruel person, without knowing the fact he was sending the legal notice to the person, so that is a wrong thing which is coming in your mind. So answer of the question number 1 in the story is, it is the function of human resource management and it is one of the important role of HR manager. They are now become the business partners where they try to connect both management and employees. That is why he not only informed the CEO but also he shown the legal path and the legal actions that's supposed to be taken, right? Let's proceed further. Now comes the organizational objective. So when we are talking about organizational objective, it is to recognize the role of human resource management in bringing about organizational effectiveness. And HRM is not an end and it is itself, but it is only it's only a mean to assist the organization with its primary objectives, right? थोड़ा सा आपको क्लम्बरसम लगा होगा कि ये क्या बोला मैम ने ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के बारे में. सो आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू हियर, बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी and the another term, it is HR strategy. One term which I have used, it is बिजनेस पार्टनर. ठीक है, अब हम जब ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को अचीव करने की बात करते हैं और उसमें ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट के रोल के बारे में बात करते हैं तो क्या होता है ना, और क्यों ये 3 टर्म्स जो है वो हमने यहाँ पे लिखी है. उसका रीजन ये है कि बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज यानी ब्रॉड लेवल पे एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर किस तरह की स्ट्रेटेजी फॉर्मुलेशन है और किस तरह की स्ट्रेटेजी फॉलो की जाती है. ह्यूमन रिसोर्स स्ट्रेटेजीज जो है वो उससे अलाइन होती हुई बनती है, उसके पैरेलली फॉर्मुलेट होती है ना. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू हाउ. If an organization decides that they want to be very cost effective, right? So when we want to be cost effective means there will be money saving sort of mindset. everywhere we need to minimize the cost. अब आप बताइए, ऐसा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो हर एक जगह पे कॉस्ट मिनिमाइजेशन के बारे में बात करता है और कॉस्ट मिनिमाइज करते हुए वो एक मार्केट लीडर जो है वो बनना चाहता है कि जब भी कम पैसे के अंदर प्रोडक्ट खरीदने की बात होती है तो उसमें मैं जो हूँ वो सबसे बड़ा लीडर हूँ, ऐसा किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का अगर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू रहता है या अप्रोच रहती है, सो नाउ लेट अस सी हाउ द एचआर इज गोइंग टू फंक्शन ओवर देयर। तो वहां की एचआर स्ट्रेटेजीज जो है वो किस तरह की होगी? माय क्वेश्चन टू यू, आर दे गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन ट्रेनिंग? आर दे गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन टैलेंट एक्विजिशन? आर दे गोइंग टू बॉदर अबाउट रिटेनिंग टैलेंट? Your answer will be no. Definitely no, because if I want to save money, I want to save as much amount as it is possible. In that case, this becomes a costly affair, this becomes a costly affair, this also becomes a costly affair. So we are not going to invest. We are not at all going to invest in human being. Now comes the question number 2 of your story. What was the question number 2? Question number 2 of the story was, 1,10,000 रुपीस की ग्रांट देने के बाद में कॉन्सिक्वेंस जो है वो क्या रहे होंगे? That means organization had a humanistic approach. Result was efficiency, 100% increase हो गई, ठीक है? So it was the organizational approach in which who helped? HR helped. Direction was given by, are we able to link? Are we able to link the second question? अगर सीईओ नहीं बोलता एचआर मैनेजर को कि तुम उसके घर जाओ, घर जाकर के पता करो कि क्या हुआ है उसे, वो क्यों काम पे नहीं आ रहा है, तो प्रोबेबली एचआर मैनेजर जो है वो नहीं जाता. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज रिटन ओवर हियर दैट ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजर जो है या ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट जो है वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल इफेक्टिवनेस को इम्प्रूव करने की कोशिश करते हैं. बट देयर इज वन कंडीशन, एंड व्हाट इज दैट कंडीशन? Condition is very simple. If organization is having a kind of approach where they want to minimize the cost, तो वो कभी 1,10,000 की ग्रांट नहीं देंगे, कभी एम्प्लॉय को रिटेन करने का नहीं सोचेंगे. बट दे आर हैविंग डिफरेंशिएटेड अप्रोच, दे आर हैविंग फोकस्ड अप्रोच, दे आर हैविंग ह्यूमनिस्टिक अप्रोच. तो जिस तरह का अप्रोच, जिस तरह का मिशन, विजन एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव्स लेकर के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आगे बढ़ेगा, उसके पैरेलली जो है वो बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज के पैरेलली एचआर स्ट्रेटेजीज जो है वो फॉर्मुलेट होगी, है ना? वेरी सिंपल. कॉस्ट मिनिमाइजेशन, ट्रेनिंग, कॉन्शियस रिक्रूटमेंट, रिटेंशन, मोरल डेवलपमेंट, सब पे क्रॉस. Okay, is it clear? I hope it is clear to everyone. Let's proceed further. When we are talking about societal objective, obviously when we are talking about societal objective, that means we are thinking ethically, we are becoming socially responsible, right? And how HR is going to help in that? You all must be knowing that during the second wave of COVID, it is being actually decided by Tata group of companies that people who died due to COVID in this particular period of time, उनकी फैमिली को उनके रिटायरमेंट की डेट तक की सैलरी जो है वो दी जाएगी. Again, the decision is being made by the organization, by the top level management. Now, what human resource manager is going to do? They are going to facilitate it. They are going to help in that. So, societal objective is to be ethically and socially responsible for the needs and challenges of society, right, while minimizing the negative impact, right, such demands upon the organization to use their resources for society's benefits in ethical ways that may lead to the restrictions, right. The another example from the same type of scenario where again a multinational organization helped their employees a lot if they were suffering from the COVID and if they are looking for any type of assistance. At least they have relieved them from the mental pressure of working, that you be focused on your health, but don't think about how the work will be executed. First you take rest and with double energy join us again, right. Certain other objectives are also here. Accomplish the basic organization goals by creating and utilizing an able and motivated workforce, right. So keep them motivated, right. And here we are studying the subject managing people. So when we are talking about managing people, so whether a person is working in the finance department or a marketing department or a production department or a quality department or in a research department, it is very important for their managers and that their subordinates should feel motivated. बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली प्रोडक्टिविटी एनहांस तभी होगी जब हर एक पर्सन जो है वो अपना पार्टिसिपेशन वहां पे फील करेगा, अपने आप को इंगेज्ड एंड इन्वॉल्व फील करेगा. दैट इज व्हाई अकम्प्लिश द बेसिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन गोल बाय क्रिएटिंग एंड यूटिलाइजिंग एन एबल एंड मोटिवेटेड वर्क force over there, right. So here I am not at all relating the functional and operational thing. I am including a general thing. If for example, if we are considering the example of our siblings or any kid who is around the age of 5 years and 4 years, if constantly we are scolding them, so they won't feel motivated, they won't grow with a good good vibes of personality, good traits of personality, because all the time if you are demeaning something, not appreciating, all the time you are showing that you are an unnecessary addition to this particular institution, so employee will feel demotivated, they won't feel like working over there, because all the time only monetary aspects are not going to work. That monetary motivation comes once in a year or probably twice in a year, generally once in a year, but we need to get the things done from the employees throughout the year. So that maintenance of morale and motivation level is very, very important. That is why not related to any functional area, but to all the functional areas. To establish and maintain organizational structure and desirable working relationships among all the members of the organizations. Maintain the organization structure and desirable working relationship. है ना? You must have heard about the concept of CFT, cross-functional teams, and why cross-functional teams are important. To make the most out of it, we want to get best from the people, and for that we need best teams. तो एक ही टीम तो सारा काम नहीं करेगी, ठीक है. And again we are working with human brains, and when we are working with human brains, so there will be conflict, there will be proposal, there will be agreements, there will be disagreements, and it is necessary also. But any of the conflicts should not reach at that particular level that it cannot be resolved. That is why that type of structure, cultural and relational aspect to be studied and to be implemented in the organization, ताकि organization में एक healthy culture जो है वो बना रहे. Develop a coordination among individuals and group within organization to secure the integration of organization. अकाउंट्स डिपार्टमेंट के पर्सन को आपने 1,10,000 रुपए की ग्रांट दी है ना, लेकिन ओवरऑल एफिशिएंसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के एम्प्लॉइज की इंप्रूव हो गई है ना, दैट मीन्स इट शोन एन इंटीग्रेटेड impact. Because when we are talking about a business organization, तो इसके अंदर आपके फंक्शनल एस्पेक्ट तो होते ही हैं, बी इट योर मार्केटिंग, बी इट योर फाइनेंस, HR, प्रोडक्शन, रिसर्च, क्वालिटी एटसेट्रा. आपके चैनल पार्टनर्स भी होते हैं. यू आर आंसरेबल to your customer also and to your community also. ठीक है, this formulates your internal market. ये आपका इंटरनल मार्केट है ना, सीधी सी बात है बेटा. आप अगर किसी भी स्टोर में जाते हो या किसी भी ऐसी जगह पे जाते हो जहाँ से आपको कुछ लेना है, तो अगर पर्सन के पास में प्रोडक्ट नॉलेज अच्छा नहीं है तो आप क्या बोलोगे? लैक ऑफ ट्रेनिंग. इफ दे आर नॉट ग्रीटिंग यू हैप्पीली, राइट, तो अ पर्सन हु इज स्टैंडिंग this side of the counter not able to maintain the smile on the face and able to greet you, that means it's the clear indication of dissatisfaction, right? And when we are talking about integration, so integration will be talking about all these areas, right? And how will it be possible? It will be possible through the coordination, and coordination in individual, group and organization, so that the integration will be possible. If someone feels, no, I belong to the production department, I am not going to attend the meeting of quality, but product और quality एक दूसरे से क्या है? Internally related है ना? Product and marketing again related, marketing and HR again related, right? Without finance anything is not possible, so again it is related. So all the things are internally connected to each other. That is why the coordination is very important. Then to create facilities and opportunities for individual or group development so as to match it with the growth of the organization. So whatever assignment you are providing for developing a team or a team building culture in the organization, it's very important to facilitate them, right? It is not being said that one should participate in the particular assignment, a person who is holding a functional role of human resource manager, but human beings who are working over there, that means human resources who are engaged in the particular assignment, it is important for an organization to provide them a platform and to provide them such type of opportunities so that they can grow, right? Then उसके बाद में हम बात करते हैं to provide opportunity for expression as well as the voice management. So you all must have heard about a term, that is workers participation management, WPM, right? And when we are talking about workers participation management, so in certain organizations what happens, they are actually taking the participation in terms of taking suggestions, right? And in certain organization they are calling their employees as a decision maker. They are calling their employees as decision makers, right? So this shows the organization culture जो एक organization से दूसरे organization के अंदर vary करता है. एक जगह पे semi circle तरीके का role है, right? The semi circle सिर्फ suggestion ले रहे हैं, suggestions implement हुए हैं या नहीं हुए हैं वो नहीं पता है employees को. What are they doing? Suggestion box के अंदर वो अपने suggestions जो है वो put कर रहे हैं, वो mail draft कर रहे हैं और drop कर रहे हैं, right? So when we are talking about expression and voice management, it is very very important. You all have heard about the culture of Toyota, राइट? टोयोटा किसके लिए जाना जाता है? टोटल क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट के प्रिंसिपल के लिए जाना जाता है. एंड उन्होंने ऑटोमेशन के ऊपर बहुत एम्फेसिस किया है, लेकिन ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस को वहां पे इग्नोर नहीं किया गया है. मींस ऑल सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग्स all sort of suggestions has been taken care by the management of the Toyota, so that the appropriate human skills not only can be developed but equally can be engaged. उनका जो TQM के principles हैं उसके अंदर thumb rule है ही, there has to be employee participation as well as engagement. If there will be that type of autocratic culture where only leader is going to take all the decision, leader is not going to ask or not going to consult before taking any decision, so and at that particular point of time what will happen, there will be no expression and voice management ka concept, and it is again stopping the growth of the organization, because ultimately employees are those people who are building your organization, right? Then to provide fair, acceptable and efficient leadership opportunities, be it a small assignment or a huge assignment, a trust to be shown, a faith to be shown in your employees, and it will happen when this efficient leadership opportunities will be provided. Then comes to provide the facilities and condition of work and creation of favorable atmosphere for maintaining and stability of the employment. As I've earlier also mentioned, monetary aspects are important. They do work, but a person work in such kind of environment, means a person is spending around 9 to 10 hours in a day at a premises or engaged with us in the form of work from home culture. It is very important that a healthy work environment, an informal environment to be built up, so that the efficiency and productivity can be improved. So students, that's all for today's session. I would just like to revise the points what we have covered today. We have started with introduction to human resource management. We started one story and I've asked 3 questions. 2 questions is being answered by me, right? And then we move towards human resource के बाद में हमने मैनेजमेंट, देन ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट के बारे में हमने बात की, एंड देन वन बाय वन हमने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स जो है वो कवर किए. पहले हमने प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स लिए जहाँ पे हमने फंक्शनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, पर्सनल ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड सोसाइटल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के बारे में देखा, एंड देन हमने पॉइंट बाय पॉइंट अदर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को कवर किया है. ठीक है. सो in our next class we will be talking about functions and scope of human resource management. Thank you so much.